What's up, everyone? Here are my picks for the NYE card for Rizin 10th anniversary show. And I'm only going to pick 4 fights because there's so many fights, it's ridiculous. And I have the card right here. So, I obviously got to give a shout out to Makoto Shinryu versus Hiroya. I don't know Hiroya that much. But looking as the American going into Japanese MMA and seeing his record of 11 and 13, 11 and 14, I don't know. But I do believe because of how well Shinryu's gotten and how much better he's probably gotten training an American top team with different training partners and mixing it up, I think he's going to add another loss to Hiroya. And I'm just saying that as politely as possible. I think Makoto Shinryu is going to put on a one hell of a performance, especially after his last fight, to make up for what he wasn't able to do. Let's see. We got Naoki Inoue versus Danny Sabatello. They're both super long, and I think because of their length, it's gonna negate Inoue's jab, his boxing, all that stuff. And we're also in a ring with 4 corners. Dude, I've sparred with Danny. He's really good at cutting off the cage or cutting off the ring, especially now in this, and being able to get the body lock, being able to get a takedown. And his wrestling is phenomenal. I believe a double state champion and all these things in the States. Danny Sabatello is the real deal. And he's gotten so much better to where now he's not just a wrestler. He's knocking people out. He's jumping, throwing, flying knees. I think Danny Sabatello is going to dominate this. I don't know what it's going to be. I believe it is going to be a decision. But he's just going to tire out in a way. Like, that wrestling, and I know from experience, it's a killer game plan. And Danny Sabatello is going to do his thing. Then, the fight that, I obviously got to talk about. Hiromasa Okikubo versus Yuki Matoya. For me, Matoya really came out his last fight. I thought he was going to lose to Shinryu, but he did his thing with the guillotine attempts and just kept his game plan. And he kept on pushing. Is he going to be able to do that against Hiromasa? I don't know. Hiromasa is really, really smart at changing his levels, adapting. He did that against me. He did that against his last opponent. And he just keeps getting better. He was the Bantamweight Grand Prix champion. And I really do hope, because if I lose, I want to lose to the champion, that he will be the new Flyweight Grand Prix champion. And with that being said, I want to fight you next. I get this fight and I win. I want to fight him for the belt, maybe in March or whatever the case may be. Because it's not even for the belt. I just want Redemption to fight him at 100%. So Hiromasa, I wish you nothing but the best of luck and skill. But after your fight, I definitely want a rematch, inevitably. Rizin, please make that happen. And the main event. I'm not going to be able to say his name, but Shiralayev versus Asakura. Asakura's good, but he's been knocked out a few times. Again, he's a fun fighter, very entertaining, but, man, Shiralayev, 14-0, undefeated, pressure fighter, has knocked a lot of people out as well. I think it's a very stylistically fun matchup for him, and I think he's going to put another show. Asakura's great, and he's fan entertaining, but I just don't believe skill-wise he's going to be able to survive after the first round. So I think Shiralayev, round 1, TKO or KO clean. But those are my picks. Let me know what you think.